Hi, I'm Grace. I am here with Chris Frinfrock. Is that how you say your name?
Yeah.
Perfect. We are representing the Holy Cross Institute and Richard Bouch for our class collaboration in the digital workspace. I am here with Chris and my colleague, Gabrielle, and we will be asking Chris a few questions to elaborate on the collaboration between career and professional development and the Holy Cross Institute. So, to start off, who are you and what is CAPD?
Hi, I am Chris Frinfrock. I'm a career coach here with Career Professional Development here on the Hilltop. So pretty much career professional development, we're here to help with anything related to career, while your success coaches really help you focus on the academic side, your academic training. We really try to help you find things like knowing how to write resumes, job readiness, so understanding how to find jobs, feeling comfortable knowing what resources are available to you in terms of career major exploration. So we offer a variety of different things, but the main focus is really to help you with any of your career goals.
What made your organization want to collaborate with the Holy Cross Institute?
So when it comes to us wanting to collaborate with the Holy Cross Institute, it really came about from just Dr. Bouch actually came to one of our meetings for the SSC, and he really spoke on the Holy Cross mission. And with it, we all know on the Hilltop that the Holy Cross mission is pretty central to a lot of the reasoning behind why we do things the way we do things. So when we saw that presentation, what we wanted to do was make it a little bit more tailored. And it wasn't anything big. It was just picking up what are some values that we hold in our office and how can we just align and connect the dots with the Holy Cross mission as well.
What does the Holy Cross mission mean to CAPD, and what are the ways that you can live out that mission in your organization?
Yeah, so the Holy Cross mission to CAPD, what it really means to us is just the why we do things. A lot of times, we're known as the office of, oh, you can go there and get your resume done, or you can stop by and you can meet to learn all these different career resources that are available to you. But what we don't always convince students with is the why is this important to you? So what the Holy Cross mission really means to us is it gives us that holistic answer that a lot of students are looking for when it comes to career, when it comes to making those life-changing decisions. So the Holy Cross mission in and of itself is really kind of the foundation for our reasoning, for tying career in to a lot of decision-making that students go through.
With what you do on campus, how can you make the Holy Cross mission acceptable and applicable to all students?
Yeah, so I think with that, when it comes to making it applicable to all students, it's already pretty much applicable to all students. I think it's just the way you look at it is really understanding, like, hey, holistically, what are the values you're seeing in the Holy Cross mission? And that's something we kind of dug into. So for career, one of our major theories or frameworks is called the career and life design model. And what this model states is really it's a framework used in career counseling and development to really help individuals navigate their professional lives in a holistic and flexible way. The really key point in that is that it's a holistic and flexible approach. In the same way, the Holy Cross mission really mirrors a lot of these values. So, in the Holy Cross mission, they really focus on educating the whole person, intellectually, spiritually, morally, and socially, which is really to encourage students to develop a passion for service, justice, and lifelong learning. What we did in career with this presentation is really just tying in those values into our own career values. So a few things that you'll see that will map back up is our career and life design model really focuses on self-reflection. We really want you to understand what are your values, why are they important. How that connects to the Holy Cross mission is, again, educating the whole person. And that's hitting all those points on spiritually, intellectually. And to do that, you have to self-assess. It's really important for you to go and do that self-inventory on those values for yourself. Some other things we look at are purpose and meaning. They're really important in the career and life design model. Same way in the Holy Cross mission, service to others and social justice is such a big reason why so many of our students want to pursue certain careers that they're interested in. So how can we make those connections? And then both of them really have a key emphasis on lifelong learning. Here on the Hilltop, you hear it from your professors, you're going to hear it from staff. We want to make sure that we're marrying those same values and understanding, like, hey, we are all lifelong learners. That includes the staff as we are now. This is a new approach that we're trying to get a deeper connection with the Holy Cross mission. Another thing that we value in career, networking and collaboration. Everybody knows you're going to need to network to get into your field, network to really understand the industry, and get to know potential opportunities. While the Holy Cross mission how it connects is really building relationships and community. So a lot of times, networking can be seen as a transactional approach of like, what can you just get from people in your industry? But what we really try to reframe it as is building relationships. Who can you build relationships professionally that can help you in the long run, whether it's for mentors, whether it's for finding job opportunities, internship opportunities, or just to get to know a little bit more about the industry. So we really try to tie those together as well. And then the last two things we really take a nice approach on are our current life design model really has emphasis on adaptability and flexibility. And the Holy Cross Missions, in the same way, has a really big emphasis on adaptability and changing times. So knowing like the career and industry is always changing. There are always new jobs coming up. You have to be flexible with how you talk about your skills, how you create your documents. Even now, 20 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, you would never put your LinkedIn on your resume because when you submit stuff, you would probably focus more on paper. But now in this digital era, we want to make sure that we're adapting to the changing times, making sure that our students are prepared to take any kind of approach, and especially with stuff like AI coming up now too. And then that last part that we really connect to the Holy Cross mission is just experimentation and prototyping. We really want to focus advanced experiential learning the same way that the Holy Cross mission really encourages it. So you can sit and you can think about what are some things you want to do, how are you going to go about doing them. But if you don't ever go and get some practical experience, it's harder to have a solid foundation for going through with that commitment. So we always encourage, especially early on, that you get some sort of advanced experiential learning early on, whether that's getting internships, working with professors on research, getting involved in clubs and organizations on campus. So having some sort of approach to where you're getting that practical hands-on experience is really important for you. And it's also important with the Holy Cross mission.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Our last question is, what events, speakers, or sessions can students attend to learn more about your collaboration?
Yeah, so a few things that students can attend. So of course, we always have our fairs. Those happen every semester. We'll have a part-time job fair, an internship fair. We'll also have a graduate school fair, knowing like, hey, maybe your next step off the hilltop isn't just going straight into a job. Maybe you want to explore graduate schools and understand how to apply. So we have a lot of those sessions that you can go to for fairs. The other way is scheduling appointments. So we always have drop-in appointments available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You can also schedule an appointment through Handshake. But some other major ways that you can get involved is we work closely with faculty. We also work with student organizations. So we have request forums that they can request any kind of presentation that we offer. So talking about the Holy Cross mission is something students are interested in. They can get with their org or get with their professor even and say, hey, can we get a request to get them to come and present? Maybe CAPD will come and present to your course or your org.
Are there any plans or any ideas in the future of like the actual Holy Cross and CAPD collaboration? Like, are y'all presenting anything or speaking on anything, or is it just like CAPD?
Yeah, no, there is some collaboration being planned right now. It's still in the works, so nothing's solidified. But what we're really focusing on is getting with Richard Bouch, and he has his courses that he has internships about. And so we're trying to see what some sort of training, maybe some formal workshop we can collaborate on to help get his students prepared that way. So far, that's what's up next.
Can you elaborate more on the courses with Richard Bouch that you guys will be collaborating on?
So pretty much you'll have a group of students. They'll either have an internship in this course or they'll be preparing for an internship in the course. And pretty much what we'll be focusing on is making sure if they're preparing for an internship, just figuring out what are some things they need help with. So potentially if they're preparing for an internship, they could be looking for an internship. So making sure they understand what resources they have available for that. If they're in the internship, it's talking more about what can they do their first week, their first 30 days, 90 days in the internship to make a really good impression and what goals can they set for themselves, things like that. So there is one more thing I'd like to add about collaborating with the HCI. When it came to really understanding the Holy Cross mission, I had a general understanding of it. But to get that deeper understanding, I really had to go to Richard for some guidance. So I was able to identify different buckets of like educating the whole person, service to others, and social justice, lifelong learning, building community, and adaptability and resilience. So I was able to come up with these buckets, but I wanted to be a little bit more intentional with them. And so for that, I actually got with them. The HCI has their whole archive full of just quotes related to each of these values, full of a little bit of a deeper understanding when it comes to the foundation of the Holy Cross mission that you can get from. So definitely utilize that in the future too if you're wanting some specific quotes that can support a lot of these values.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate your time today. And yeah, today we met with Chris Frinfrock of CAPD to discuss the collaboration between career and professional development and the Holy Cross Institute. CAPD is widely utilized by students all across campus and is a good resource for students to learn more about resumes, careers, and other information.